I'm Maren Blake, 35, a marketing manager in Lincoln, Nebraska. I live in a condo I bought with years of coffee-fueled late nights and endless pitch decks. One Monday morning during our tense team meeting, my phone buzzed on the conference table, slicing through the talk about budgets like a siren. A text lit up the screen. It was from my little sister, Tessa. Need $2,800 for prom. Send now. My jaw tightened. $2,800 for what? A limo, a dress, a night of selfies? I typed back under the table, earn it yourself. A few minutes later, two messages came in and both hit like slaps. One from my mom, Diane, pay or don't call yourself family. The other from my dad, Carl, do the right thing. He climbed up my neck. For years, I'd been transferring money into a joint family account I'd opened, bills, groceries, emergencies. That's what I told myself. But now, it felt like blackmail over glitter and satin. Anger surged, followed by something colder, the realization that I wasn't loved, just useful. That night, I paced my living room until the carpet felt worn thin, replaying every conversation. I opened my bank app. $1,200 here, $800 there, a trail of help I labeled responsibility. I thought about Tessa's fancy birthdays while I worked weekends, mom's excuses. Dad's quiet, can you help? By midnight, I was done. I stood over my laptop, steady and sure, like before approving a campaign. One by one, I cut the cords, canceled subscriptions I paid for, stopped automatic transfers, turned on every alert. The joint account stayed open, but my faucet was shut off. By 8:30 the next morning, the silence felt strange. Then an email popped up, urgent, large transaction alert. My stomach flipped. This wasn't about prom anymore. It was a pattern I'd ignored too long. $5,000 had left the joint account that morning. My pulse pounded, rent, or another shopping spree. Either way, my name was on it. I needed facts, not guilt. I walked to legal and knocked on Ellen Ward's door, sharp, calm. A friend who'd gone to law school and back. Quick favor, I asked. Minutes later, we were in the bank's portal. The ledger told a story I hadn't wanted to see. Big payments to credit cards, car loans, even a lender I didn't recognize. Then smaller ones, restaurants, boutiques, a travel agency, even a prom planner. Ellen frowned. This isn't groceries, she said. They're funding their lifestyle. We checked the yearly totals. When the numbers showed up, $100,000 gone, it felt like a punch to the chest. I heard Diane's soft, pleading tone in my head. Carl's justice ones. Tessa sparkled when she asked for things. There it was, a second mortgage too. I took a deep breath and shut the faucet for good this time. I called the bank, froze transfers, revoked their cards, and reset all alerts. Then I wrote one finally mail. The account is close to you. I know about the withdrawals. There will be no more money. The phones exploded within minutes. Tessa first, furious and breathless. You can't do this. We need it. For what? Another dress, I asked. She hung up with a frustrated gasp. Diane texted long messages about how I was abandoning family. Carl sent just one line. Think about what you're doing to us. I did think about it. And then I chose me. I printed the statements, ready to face them in person the next day. I drove to their split-level house at noon, clutching a folder and running on a sleepless calm. Diane sat on the couch, Carl by the window, Tessa on her phone. I laid the papers on the table. I know about the second mortgage, I said quietly. About the cards. The prom planner. Diane's lips tightened. You don't are family business. You made it my business when you spent my income, I said. Carl bristled. We were drowning. You were supposed to help. I did help, I said, tapping the totals. $100,000 worth. That wasn't help. That was a lifeline you turned into a habit. Tessa finally looked up. Her face flushed. I didn't ask you to open that account. You asked for $2,800 and called it love, I said softly. Love isn't a wire transfer. Voices rose, arguments tangled. They defended, blamed, twisted. I didn't yell back. I gathered the papers and stood. Here's my boundary. No more money. If you want me in your life, it has to be without invoices. Diane just blinked. No apology. Carl said, then we're done. I nodded. If that's what you want. I walked out, blocked their numbers in the driveway, and sat there until my heartbeat slowed. Weeks passed. A cousin texted they filed for bankruptcy. House is up for sale. Tessa's working retail. I felt grief, but also air, space to breathe. I met with Ellen again, closed every loose end, and built a budget centered on my own future. Therapy helped me untangle guilt from duty. When spring came, I donated the gown I'd once bought for a gala. A teenage girl at the thrift store twirled in it, laughing. That laugh, that joy, felt like the right ending.